Okay. Thank you so much for staying with 95.1 Nigeria Info. And nobody says Happy Monday, save for the both of us in the studio. One of those
Monday.
very rare people who are super stoked and excited about Monday. So, yeah, Happy Monday.
I had a tons weekend.
You did?
Yes, I'm sure you can tell.
Look at you. Anyway, all through the weekend, I was waiting with bated breath for something this morning. I'm like, and a bit of time, but I had a great weekend myself.
Yeah,
I hung out with Swalt. I was at a house.
Oh.
My girls hung out and all of that. She's a fantastic cook, just so you know. So it was amazing.
Did my number not go through? Because when I hear food like this,
and she took her time. You know, when you really take your time, you're inviting people over and you take your time to ensure that they enjoy themselves and have a great time. So it was amazing.
Cool.
Yep, it feels great to be here with you, even though it wasn't like the original plan. But hey, I'm here nonetheless.
God's plan.
Exactly. But it feels good. Thank you so much for staying with 95.1 Nigeria Info, your passionate, trustworthy, conversational radio. And we promise you're going to have a fantastic time on the show today. My name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. Call me Kim, the Oracle, the Digital Oracle, OTF, the fellow Madam Speaker, Ochanya One of Nigeria Info. And I'll say yes to them all.
And I am the Deacon. My name is Itodo, the Agaba Ido One. It's great to have you join us on the show today. We'll start off with the Roundtable. Check out the stories that are trending in Nigeria right now. We'll talk about that until 4:30 and move on to other conversations. We're here till 7. So yes, for 6 o'clock, eyewitness report, and sure you're paying attention to things around you, because half the time we just drive, walk, and have no idea what is going on around us. So pay attention today, so we can talk about that at 6 o'clock.
All right then. So we start off with some of the big stories, and we have our guest comfortably seated in the studio. You're welcome. We have
Salisu Abdullahi is right here as a lawyer and journalist, and it's been a minute. We saw you. I like the green.
Oh, thank you.
Being all patriotic.
Yeah, I bet it has nothing to do with Nigeria. Not at all. Are you a fan of Friends, Matthew Perry, and all of that? Who was your favorite Friends character?
I didn't really watch it like that.
I did.
But I heard about his passing.
Yeah.
Very sad one, though, you know, when you look at the circumstances in which he died. And he was quite young as well, you know. So,
Was it? Well, yeah.
In his 50s,
early 50s.
Friends was a big series.
It was. I've seen all 10 seasons of it.
Oh, wow.
Like over and
my
over
sister
and
is
over
addicted
again.
to Friends as well.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's how, yeah.
And you know, when I heard the report of his demise and all of that, I told myself, when I have the time, I will go through it all over again and enjoy every moment of was Chandler Bings. That was his name in Friends. It was my favorite, actually, at that time. Yeah, but he struggled with drugs and addiction and all whatnot. He fought that demon to the very end. May he so rest in peace.
May he so rest
Amen.
in peace,
It took us a few weeks to know what exactly led to his death. Following the autopsy, that's
They said he drowned, but what triggered it,
Exactly.
and they would have to establish that at the end of the day.
Really sad.
Really, really sad. And we've lost someone also great. I mean, Ben Wabueze, the Pioneer Secretary General of Ohanese Ndigbo, is reported to have died. But I mean, he lived well, 94 years old. He made his impact and all whatnot. He died on Sunday in Anambra State. So I guess it's going to be a lot of celebration of life for him.
Yes, it's a good one, celebration of life, 94, man. We all pray for 94.
Yes.
As long as we're strong, though.
Exactly. All right, let's get straight into the stories of the day, shall we?
Yes, let's go to River State real quick as lawmakers sign impeachment notice on Fubara. The crisis rocking the River State government got messier on Monday as the State Assembly reportedly signed an impeachment notice on Governor Siminalaye Fubara. Now, in a session that was presided over by the Speaker, Right Honorable Martins, and attended by a good number of members, the Leader of the House, Honorable Edison Ehie, and those loyal to the governor were suspended. It was gathered that the explosion that occurred in the assembly on Sunday night was alleged to have been a ploy to stop the lawmakers from gaining access to the assembly on Monday. As early as 7 a.m., some lawmakers made their way into the House and immediately commenced plenary, where they all signed the impeachment notice on the governor. Meanwhile, the entire Moscow Road leading to River State House of Assembly has been barricaded by armed policemen. So with this drama playing out, it's just 5 months, about 5 months thereabouts since he was sworn in as governor, and you can literally feel the tension and things going south. And you would have assumed or thought that his relationship with his predecessor would not deteriorate so quickly. I mean, a lot of people are looking forward to the changes that he will bring to the table. But people are saying because of the tension between both parties, it's leading to him facing impeachment right now. And he's been bold to say that if there's anything he's done wrong, he needs to be
I mean, it's a valid one. Like, what have I done since I came into office? Enough for you to move an impeachment against me. And I mean, it's a democracy. It's one that their process also to which you'll be able to spell out what the impeachable offense is, and then we'll take it up from there.
So before we got here today, I think there was a report that that served him the impeachment notice, you know, but like you said right now, we don't have the details. What has he done? You know, we don't know what he has done. We're just hearing about speculations right now that he has fallen out with his supposed godfather. But is there a ground for impeachment? You know, we have been seeing a lot of impeachment notices. Yeah. It's like when you fall out with a political godfather or like the deputy governor falls out with the governor, the next thing we see, impeachment notice, you know? So I think the problem I have with this is more of a personal agenda. When these people are fighting, this has nothing to do with the benefit of the people of the state. Yeah. You know, so it's all very personal, which is very selfish, and it's a waste of time of the people. You know, we're in a very critical situation in the country right now. What we need from our leaders are to sit up and face the challenges that are out there, you know, that be definitely the people, not fighting for personal interest. You know, we saw the explosion that happened. You know, there was an explosion that happened. Then we saw the shooting as well. Then we saw the police being accused by the governor of even shooting him today, you know, attacking him. We saw tear gas and other things happening. And this is a governor that is supposed to be the chief security officer of the state. So if the security forces in the state are against him, I'm like, what's going on? What are we doing at this point in time? You know, I'm just very disappointed. I'm really tired of the godfatherism. You know, I think we need to sit down and put a stop to it. And when I say we, I mean the people, you know, because we keep supporting even the godfathers. Yeah, you know, we endorse and support these godfathers. Governor Wike has a lot of supporters. There are even people that are supporting him right now, not even caring what this governor has done wrong. We haven't seen the details of what he has done. I feel like that's the first thing they could have put out there. We should have seen what the governor have done before we see bombing.
Governor Fubara, you mean?
Yeah, the governor Fubara. Yeah, the River State governor. You know, what has he done? You know, and the security forces, I'm not even hearing about any investigation as to who attacked
the police has said they are going to launch an investigation into the situation there because, I mean, when you have such chaos, breakdown, fire, raising some of it, that's intense. The police going to investigate
themselves as well, based on what we saw in video plates there. You know, in terms of the attack on the governor, are they going to investigate them? Because that's caught on camera. You know, so why is the police even getting involved in this? It's just really sad, you know?
You know, this talk about, I don't want to be quick to just, you know, there are a lot of speculation tied to this, but we know when we deal with politics, there are always someone at the top who is interested in something and manipulating something.
One thing we're very clear about, this has nothing to do with the people of River State or the benefit of the people of River State. We have not heard that. These are personal interests.
It has not been
and we don't need leaders that are fighting for personal interests. You're here to serve the people, not to serve yourself or to serve your godfather. You know, allegedly, your godfather has a new appointment in FCT. He should face it. Because that's what we're hearing. Because the House leader was removed, and we heard the reason he was removed, and the other supporters of the governor, because they're supporters of the governor. Yeah, so we're seeing things, we're hearing things. So in as much as things have not been stated very clearly, which they may never be stated very clearly, we have eyes, we can see, and we can read between the lines.
Now, how do you think this is even going to affect governance in the state? Because it feels like this might be short or a long battle. And the minute you have this kind of issues going on, it's going to distract so much, in my opinion, from governance, because it's going to be a fight for your life, fight to stay in office, get your team together and give fire for fire at the end of the day.
And we're seeing that already, because when we look at the attack on the House of Assembly, who will want to attack the House of Assembly? I thought about that, you know, because somebody that's about to be impeached, who would not want that impeachment to hold, you know, this session to hold? So there was an attack on Sunday. There was an attack this morning as well when they ran there by 7 a.m. Do they get there by 7 a.m. on the normal day? They ran there by 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. to go and do their bidding, and there was an attack there as well. Just like you're saying right now, there's going to be so much distraction. The governor is going to be fighting for his own personal and maybe for the interest of the people as well. We don't know, but he's going to be fighting to stay in power, you know. And let me give him benefit of the doubt, though, because in case they're trying to do him wrong, he has a right to fight, you know, because if I've not done anything wrong, like he said earlier today, what's my offense? I haven't really done anything wrong in terms of my service to my people. If it's a personal thing, this does not warrant you impeaching me and taking me out of office. So I have to give him credit for that. In case he has really not done anything wrong, that should guarantee his impeachment as far as the Constitution is concerned. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to hope that in good time we get details of that notice and understand what exactly he's been accused of. Because half the time we see these things happen, but we don't necessarily know how
don't get the
it
details.
plays out. It just hangs in the air, goes away, and everybody is fine. Now we see what's happening with Ondo, for instance. That's the deputy governor. There's been a bit of back and forth with that, not exactly telling us what exactly the decision will be. They've been, forgive me for what I did wrong, I've forgiven you, and then we're back to square one again. So
Edo State as well.
Well, those states seem to have
have
forgiving
resolved now, but it was
moved
the
on.
same.
No, but it's still the,
Yeah, it's still
the
the
issues
same
are
thing.
still there.
Exactly.
Like,
Well, in good time, hopefully, but fingers crossed. It's too early for this drama. It's just 5 months. I mean, I'm guessing he's trying to settle into the position, understand the state, and maybe continue with projects, he met on ground. Let's hope that is not going to deter him.
And I think, let me just add this, though.
Yeah.
I feel like these so-called godfathers, if you really mean well for the people and you are fought to put somebody in office, do not control them. What's the need to control them? Then you get upset when they don't do your bidding. I think you should watch from afar and see if they're working in line with the benefit of the people of the state. Then if they're not working in line with the benefit of the people of the state, then you can call them out or take other measures. They don't have to necessarily, it's not a dictatorship kind of thing. Do you understand?
No, but in the event that you've agreed to a contract, this is just assuming the way things play out with these things. You're put out there to be in charge of a position. You agree to a contract to do their every bidding, and then in between that contract, you renege. You
It's not
fail
illegal
at
contract, though. An illegal contract is not a contract. It's not enforceable anywhere.
and looking at so as it develops, they're even talking about new Speaker Justice Simeon Amadi suspended. So we're getting layers to what is going on. It's intense. There are high players involved in what is going on in Rivers State. To seeing that both the judiciary, the governor, and the legislature in the state involved in all of this, enough for the Justice Simon Amadi to even be suspended. When we're talking
They are laying the ground and laying the foundation in such a way that they can have their bid there. So you're taking this one out.
And if you look at some of the report, they're saying those loyal to Fubara are the ones who suspended the judge, but we don't have all the clear picture. Everything is still just coming in together.
The way we should take it, though. I'm not going to sleep on the information coming out. We still have to use our head. We can't wait for them to tell us it's this. They might be telling us it's A and it's B. I still have to use my head to judge based on what we are seeing.
All right, so 8 members of Rivers State House of Assembly suspend Chief Judge of Rivers State Justice Chibuzo Amadi. And the House also impeached the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Ameule, and appointed Ehie Edison as the new Speaker.
All right, we're live on YouTube and Facebook right now at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can join the conversation right there and share your opinions, the stories that we are looking at today. You can also reach out to us via the WhatsApp platform. Let's know what your thoughts are about this particular situation and how Rivers State seems to be the point of attention. I mean, on a Monday, well, from the weekend into a Monday, from Sunday to Monday, it's been a bit intense in that state with people worried as to how things would play out and how this might hold back in terms of development and concentration on what the governor should be doing right now, as opposed to trying to defend himself from getting impeached. So yes, let's know what your thoughts are regarding that.
And Mahmoud Mohammed on YouTube said the River State they've got a new speaker, new CJ, new local government chairman, new chief of staff, and for Wike he has crossed the red line. More trouble coming his way. He betrayed PDP, Atiku, Amechi, etc., etc. So The plot thickens, it seemed like, at this point in time. All right.
All right, I'm looking at our Facebook right now. Brian Sunday Robinson, Itemo Kita Robinson. Okay, I see that again. John Babs Nuhu. Panam Umja, thank you so much for joining the conversation and watching live and sharing your thoughts and the compliments as well. We appreciate that. We'll go on a break. When we come back, we'll move on to more stories.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 This is Nigeria Info.
Is looking at how the governor trying to work on it. But besides that, he's come out to state that 50 decomposing 20 headless bodies discovered in the Abia cattle market. That's around the Lokbanta Regional Cattle Market in Umoneochi, local government area of Abia State. Governor Alex Oti made the revelation during a media parley in Umahiro on Sunday night. He expressed regret that the vicinity of the market had become a den of criminals or for criminals. He vowed that there was no going back on the decision of the state government to eject all residents of the market. The Abia State governor said it will become a day market that closes in the evening and everybody must go home. Governor Oti noted that the ongoing campaign against insecurity in the axis was beginning to yield fruits. Also, his administration is poised to pay the cost of restoring sanity, peace, and order in the region and the entire state. He vowed that no inch of Abia state, including where the bodies were found, would be allowed to serve as a breeding ground for criminals. Furthermore, he said anybody still opposed to the government's efforts to sanitize the cattle market must be a criminal or an accomplice. I've got a lot of questions here. But then the good thing is he's focusing on fighting insecurity in the state, which is something that other states should also look out for. As much as we're trying to do it as a country, each state should have a focus as to what exactly they are putting their attention on. But my worry right now is for those who patronize this cattle market. I mean, it also brings to mind the question, what are we buying when we go to the market to buy beef? You know? Would you know the difference?
Oh, no, God,
okay.
please, no. No.
Thinking about it.
But at least what the report said decomposing bodies, you know. So we didn't hear about missing human parts, though. Yeah,
Well, they actually say some of them were decapitated, missing
yeah.
heads, but no.
Okay. This is just me.
Let's hope not. We can say no, though, but let's hope.
Well,
not.
they're investigating it, right?
Yeah.
They would
Yes,
have
they
to
are.
establish
Yeah.
who these bodies are. Or did people die who work within the market and I felt it was a bit more convenient to bury them there? But why decapitate them? So there's a lot of question beyond thinking about, you know, that has grossed me out. I'm going to stay off meat for today. Thank you very much, Itodo. But you know, the fact that you have bodies that are unaccounted for until they stumbled on them is worrisome. And you know, sometimes it gets me thinking, number of people who are declared missing or loved ones are looking for them and they're just being buried away and just nobody
Has no idea where they are.
idea as to where they are. So I hope they get to the root of this and through perhaps DNA or whatever, be able to establish who these people are before we even start to put one and one together.
Yes,
Because at this point, you don't even know what to think.
I really hope they go through that process of identifying the bodies because that's something we really don't pay too much attention in Nigeria. You know, we just see situations, you find bodies like that and you just want to get rid of them. Meanwhile, you need to identify these bodies. You might just be giving the family closure as to what has happened to their loved one that was missing for a very long period of time. You know, so but on the very bright side, you know, Governor, what's his name again?
Alex Oti?
Yeah, Oti. Governor Oti, you know, has been on the spotlight in the media for a very long, since he assumed office for very positive things, you know, in terms of infrastructure. Now we're seeing his efforts in security, you know, in securing the state. And if he was not deliberate, you know, with the insecurity in the state, we could have not find out what happened here, you know. And I like the measures he's putting in place. I think one of the things he said he was going to make the market a day market that's going to run from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., you know, to prevent any activity going on in the night, you know, at least during the daytime we can check and see what's going on here. Then he talked about fencing the market, you know, which is still great as well, in as much as he's putting other measures to, you know, secure the state, because security is very important at this point in time. We can't just have Nigerians killed. We don't know what killed them. People missing. We don't know what happened to them, you know. So any governor, any leader that we have that is putting so much effort, fruitful efforts in terms of security and not doing it for clout or for a look, we have to applaud them. So Governor Oti, like, great one. Yeah.
And I'm sure it's all of the effort that's led to them stumbling on more of this body. I mean, in 2 days, to find this, only God knows how many more they will stumble on if they continue to search. And then it also is worrisome because we're looking at a market with people coming in and leaving and all of that. So why is it like a graveyard at this point in time? There's a lot of questions that I'm itching to ask, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are also trying to get to the root of this. And I know, you know, on social media, there are already all kinds of speculation as to, oh, could it be headsmen and all. Like, everybody hold your horses. Let's understand what we're dealing with, who these people are, and then establish motive before you run to town saying, okay, maybe people were,
the facts. We cannot speculate when it comes to things like this.
Indeed.
Because I think it's just...
It can already cause tension because when you talk about a cattle market, we're already dealing with people from a certain part of the country. So it could always build tension if it's not properly managed, particularly if people start to speculate when we don't have all of the facts.
And I feel like when the information is coming out, to avoid this type of confusion, speculation, you know, and even leading to tension rising, you know, they need to be very clear with all this information coming out. Tell us who operates in those markets, you know, because it's not just the northerners that operating meat selling or cattle rearing or whatnot. You still have indigents of various states that go into those businesses, just to avoid. We already have a lot of division, tension, and crisis going on. So I feel like those information, when you're putting all this type of information, please come with so much details, to avoid this kind of tension in the country.
I'm a little still curious as to Itodo, where you got your perspective from.
I'm hoping
Because,
that he looks into other markets as well. Very important.
But why did you think of that first for that market?
It's meat.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, but my rebuttal with that, like, if they were really using the human meat, God forbid, or to sell to people, then most of the bodies would just have bones, or they would.
Oh, they found skeletons actually.
Skeletons, not just bones. Like, skeleton is a body that has decomposed for layers of there and turned into skeleton. Yeah, but if you're butchering, you will not just find skeleton, you find bones, pieces of. Yeah. I don't want to think. Like, can we stop this?
Now you're overthinking it, but yes, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some reactions to the stories we've spoken about so far. You can call 0700 951 0000, 08095974869. On WhatsApp, you can send a message or call 080 99930137. Sorry about that.
You can call us via WhatsApp also if you have any challenge.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon. It's Kingsley.
Welcome, Kingsley.
Concerning this, what is happening in Adam State, as cattle market. It's not today we have been hearing that some form of insecurity around that market. It's not today. People have been complaining. Even one reverend pastor, he was kidnapped, I think, along that axis. I don't know. There's insecurity over there. So something has to be done. And for that, the state governor. That has been happening over the years, but this is resilience to be able to find out what is going on. Thank you.
All right, Kingsley.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Itodo.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What's your name?
50 Maskman calling
All right.
from Apple.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 50 decomposing body found by side of a cattle market. Well, it's all, I cannot say it's interesting, but it's baffling that market where people do go to buy meat, by the side of the market, we will find a human being murdered, some decapitated. Let's watch, let's wait. I think we hope the people behind that will be brought up so that we know the reason why those people were killed. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, Maskman.
Thank you, Maxman. Let's hear this caller.
Good afternoon.
Oops. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Deacon Itodo.
Welcome.
This is Engineer Ola.
Go ahead.
I greet you, Sister Kim, and I greet our guests. You guys pick my call today. Alhamdulillah. Sister Kim.
Yes.
We're talking about the issue of River State about Sister Kim. Because that you're talking about, you know that it's happening in Lagos, But I know you say it will say the seconds. See, Sister Kim, you the kind of system that will run the country. I keep on telling people, can you prove to me that is our vote that is bringing these people in? They just call us to line up and decide who they want to be, who they want to make the Senate, who they want to make the House of Reps. See, that keep asking everything. Because if it be about people, they will know that they can come out and be whatever they want that person. But as far as they support this one, business support this one, see, all this thing that we keep saying won't happen. Except when the people make their choice, the choice for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ola.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Yes, good afternoon.
Calling from Abia.
Go.
Yes, concerning what in Rivers, personally, I think citizens also need to stand up right. If they are going to teach which a governor we voted for, I think they should come out and say, we don't act. If they go ahead, it will record all of the data for assembly. But I think the citizens are not nice, so this thing will continue until we awake from our stand and protect our vote. We have the right, and we have the right to demand all of these national that will federal. So I think we the citizens will this thing will stop.
Thank you very much. Let me hit on something here. And it begs the question, is it the people's choice? Or was it imposed on at the end of the day? Because people take a certain act, feel like, oh, we wanted this person in and you knocked the person out. So response of the people also tell how the state played out. Because there are times in elections where we felt like it's more like the choice of the people at the end of the day due to political manipulations that happened there. The people speak up and out on behalf of the...
I agree with you, because most times we call up Nigerians for not reacting to important situations on the government, but we don't look at the why. You just said something very important right now, that as well. Did we, the people of Rivers State, appoint this person? So they could now, if they didn't appoint the person into office. But I still don't feel like, because he wasn't really appointed, elected, elected people, you know, he has come in this and so far so good, you know, and then tell that something fishy is going on, which will not work for the benefit of the people. They can still rise up and stand it as well, you know, because if you're saying this was not elected by you, and the person so-called on his own him, he's trying to remove him, he will still put of his choice as well.
So people need to, at this point, at any point, you say, no, you can't continue.
Yeah, I think we need to just stop sleeping on our, no matter what situation is. I think we have a lot of power. Show it more on Insta blog and not on those.
But he's able to, by themselves, impose it on citizens.
One person can influence
boards, because these people will still be the ones to go out and vote a good choice for them.
I have to, you say vote. When Nigeria, votes count.
It should count.
It should, though.
It does?
Oh wow, okay. I think that's you know, right now, yeah. So a lot of Nigerians thought they don't count. We all witnessed the elections this year. Most of the votes did not count in my opinion. Reversed very
Rivers was actually broken.
Yes, very
even the reports that came out from Abia.
Yeah, what happened there, you know, so we're not going to play with that. But what I'm seeing at the end of the day, much as this person was put into office by so far or whatever, if he has been a governor so far, you know, working for serving the people, he hasn't really done anything wrong, you know, because right now, I think election was by the tribunal and whatever, you know, so he's in office for now, and he has not done any to warrant an impeachment. Then he stand up and say, no, somebody cannot just come and take office for you.
All right, we'll see. It's developing. I feel like something new comes out of that.
The only developments are not very to him. We're just seeing more development against him that should maybe
the impeachment from the State House of Assembly. It's not. I don't know if he has the power to declare that as well, or just political speak at this point in time.
It's life, like we said.
Well, it's tasted blood, but not literally blood. But you know, like the shark when it tastes
so
blood.
I haven't been seeing like this, like so early, like.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
early. Yeah. So weird. I think I just what happened. You know, don't show me the activity. What's gone on? Tell us the truth. What happened? What has he done? I think that's the most important information here. I'm tired of on that one. What the government do tell us? They're not saying something is telling.
All right. Yeah. Let's hear more thoughts.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome. We haven't had Can you adjust your positioning? Let's try. Just go ahead.
You go ahead. If it gets bad, we'll drop the call. Ali, please call us back. It's really fuzzy, and we can't really make a call.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to Itodo and Abdullahi from
Okay.
The current governor should respect his God. The governor probably funded the political campaign expenses. Investment. Everybody got for that. The goals of the government will be national government now to throw him up. If you want to become empire, grab it. To come the line from grassroots. Thank you.
It was also having Kazim in all that he's saying. I think with what Abubakar is trying to say is, but how someone literally, in a sense in which people say, handpick you, influence you coming in, then you please want to bypass the tune of it at the end of the day. It is a problem for us because, like you started saying, with this whole godfatherism hold on state, but essentially means to a certain extent, maybe a nation running away with me, that you also have control of the resources of the state, the funds of the state, you know how it should be spent, who should come in, and all that much influence is what you get. I mean, how many times did you hear the present governor? It felt like a piece.
Yeah, because it wasn't a popular for you.
Well, I mean, you're contesting for office. You should be able to express yourself.
Was he contesting or was we go ahead? Just
allegedly.
We'll drop the allegedly for now.
He cannot hear you at all. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jerry.
Welcome, Jerry.
I want to talk about the Rivers State. What I'm telling this governor is to slow out with the daughter of that the governor should slug when he's the godfather of Rivers State. How we can take something out and we can win. It becomes the director for Rivers State. we put as early like this, so that the governor will know which work. If we eventually win the elder state, I'm telling you, you will do like, and it will be all in that state. Because that way Nigeria found itself, the solution of God, that is, since 19, any person way Tata House or Rome, the president of this country, that person will be.
My brother, Jerry, calm down. Calm down, because when you turn House and London into the matter, you get let's be careful how we drag people into that. Yes, I know that during the campaigns, a lot of Nigerians even questioning why do they have to use chat like that global platform to making them manipulate. It felt like even before we got the details of the agenda they had and plans they had to go to the House. Enough for people to ask, I wasn't present there. I started debating the relevance of it to politics. So I can understand where Jerry is coming from. However, I think you're wrong on that. We might not be to say outside. Or if now, Chatham has the rules. You need to have no, don't easy with the dragging, but not with your perspective. Let's look at online. Buzzing.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Yes. We didn't catch your name.
Panas.
Okay, go ahead.
You have somebody to come up to the position of the local government. Out of your hands, pay him as to promotion.
Barnabas.
Sorry about Barnabas. It's really bad.
I barely hear you. Hello.
Hello, Kimberly.
Welcome.
No, hello.
Work you.
I'm good. My name is Uche from Itodo.
Go ahead, Uche.
I'm not surprised with what's going on in real estate. Since nothing is done, I don't like governor of River State as president of Fubara. I want to put them to the governor for River State. Even the store coming out this month, it's not help class. Because the people that is very agile, they have to survive by River State because of the opposition and all manner of things.
Itodo was a gentleman with grace and some bit of class. He wasn't.
Who is a gentleman?
What's his name?
Itodo, right?
Yeah.
Like a political culture is like a foundation. So after him is something. So it's like a foundation of it. After the watch out for the governor, not that gentle. But it is even more than people. In fact, it's only God that when I was in the campaign, I was asking this kind of whatever they used to produce. When you look for snipers, all of them. So then you have to start. That's one thing I call as his ground. If we not, then we kill.
All right. Okay. I don't measure. No. Not at all. It's fun. You don't need a showman who goes in the voice and bad. No.
Doesn't mean they would not deliver on the vision that's been elected to.
No, he's coming from the perspective, like having how the personality of those who the just doesn't fit the templates. That's what the man has to raise up.
I mean, no, maybe what we saw during the campaign, the River State people saw during the campaigns was not really, maybe he had to lower, my godfather Godfather is already very loud, not, you can't compete with him. So if he's telling you what you have to do, you stay quiet. Because for them to have a free now, allegedly, he may have been to the grounds on some things. Yeah.
They'll come after all if I'm going like that.
Well, the waters run deep. Sometimes you can have look like you're calm, but you're passive aggressive. Exactly. You're assertive also, so it's not necessary. It does not translate to timidity or stupid. So.
All right, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is KGB. KGB. I'm a regular. In topic, I want to attend that we're just thinking about it. I don't think I'm not attending that this is a financial issue. But if that is that, like as you are saying, were adopted as underdog, to be used. And for the fact that he must accept who have been to be semi condition, gave it to do. I mean, having nothing to do better than this condition. And that is why I tell you, in the movie, I'm not fine. The case is not working. Cannot work. The dictatorship that we have democracy. So in that aspect, but I want to talk about you are not.
30 seconds, sir.
Yeah,
you have 30 seconds, quickly.
Yes, it's very unfortunate. It's not here. Who can organize this? Who can do this? It's human beings. Who can organize this? Under what? Why? And God forbid, God. It is not the news is. I'm sorry.
Or, I don't know who would forbid it, but asking enough.
I mean, the purchase of the act, making them to the public. Because half the time, these things get so we don't get, we hear issues are ongoing, but not all to us. So it just goes away and we move on something else that's bigger than that eventually. So it's important if they are scapegoats, if they have made examples, some people are able to learn and not, following that, the same situation as well. So I think some examples of those who are found to be behind this. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Shileda.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Kim, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, what is happening in River State, the governor, should make sure he's not. And the people to him. He told me everyone for city. You remember, during the last election, the candidate of the Zenith Labour Party has not been found up to today. When he went out of campaign or he was going somewhere and was kidnapped during the last Anambra election, up to today has not been found. Which means another human is still dead. And you can the state and the police to make sure that those, they should put those behind. They found those dead bodies there. It really means that it is those who are quite that much because a lot of accusation has been going on. So this may be I told you it is this people doing this. So I can be behind another person again. Make sure the honorable who is behind it that it will be clear for everyone.
Right.
Thank you.
The point of an investigation. We're going to talk everything with it. What is your name, Oga?
My name is Zero Coven.
Okay.
What is killing Nigeria is not for that. And if you left a good governor, you left good to behind. Why that free and fair primaries? Then select people, you use the most individuals. Why appointed people? So Fubara was a human accountability. And EFCC was pursuing his guy. It was to succeed him. I love what is happening today. And he was received every week whatsoever to move him. Honestly, it's not your eyes that to guy you. But I am not for her. We must live with us today.
All right.
I'm not able to please him. Look at you, people can tell me, I can't be a mother, you know what other people say. It's not possible.
All right. Remember, this people time to and do together or whatever arithmetical solution. But we'll see how it develops. With time get to find out if the former governor has handled in the development in Rivers State. So we need to be back with more. Stay with us.
Politics of our nation.
This is Nigeria.